Who's lurking?
Well, what else would you be doing
Is
there?
this lawmaker lurking?
What else would you be doing there?
Going to the restroom.
Progressive commentator and co-host of the Majority Report, Emma Vigeland, took on Piers Morgan over his attacks on transgender Americans. Now, the blowup, of course, stems from House Republicans doing a bathroom ban specifically against a single incoming transgender lawmaker, Delaware's Sarah McBride. Okay? When asked if the action was in response to McBride coming to Congress, Representative Nancy Mace, who was once pro-trans, pro-LGBTQ, back in 2021, a long time ago. I mean, just back in the distant past, I guess, 2021, where she was in favor of trans rights and equality. Now, she told reporters, quote, "Yes, and absolutely, and then some." Oh, wow. Oh, and then some. Okay, wow. So, way to go. You are literally targeting a single person. Great. Now, that said, there is more than one trans person on Capitol Hill, right? So she's now McBride is a lawmaker, and she's the first openly transgender lawmaker, and it's a pretty big ceiling, right, to break. But there are staffers that are transgender. Maybe some of them are open, maybe some of them not so open, and I don't really know. But here's the thing: that was never a problem. No one reported feeling unsafe from those people who were there. And you know why? It's because it's not actually about safety. It's not about safety. Okay? But before I move on, I do want to show you the entire interaction, including Emma's Emma did fantastic. And so the whole thing started, though, with Piers Morgan actually downplaying Donald Trump's numerous sex scandals.
Has this trans lawmaker been accused of rape? Has this trans lawmaker
No, but actually, if you are a congresswoman who survived sexual assault, you should be entitled to feel safe in the restroom.
The presence of a trans woman in the bathroom. Oh gosh, you know, here in New York, there are a lot of multi-gender bathrooms, and I've gone to the bathroom next to a man. Oh my goodness, it was so fearful. What was I going to do
be quite
with the rest
fearful
of my life? I mean,
if I found you lurking next to me in a men's restroom, I'd feel fearful. Deborah Lee, let me bring you in here. I just think
that is a ridiculous accusation, Piers.
I didn't make an accusation. It was a statement of fact. I would feel fearful.
You would feel uncomfortable? Why would you feel uncomfortable?
If you were lurking around me in a men's urinal, damn right I'd feel uncomfortable.
Lurking? Who's lurking?
Well, what else would you be doing there?
Is this lawmaker lurking?
What else would you be doing there?
Going to the restroom.
I don't want you going to my restroom. Stick in your own restroom. For my safety, never mind yours.
Okay, but would a man be lurking? Would a biological man, is he lurking next to you?
That's the whole point.
Why is there something inherently perverted about going to the bathroom? You right-wingers, and yes, I'm including you in this with this classical liberal BS, are so bad faith. It's incredible. You are linking sexual abuse and sexual assault to trans people inherently, and that is a bigoted statement.
No, I want trans people to have, I want them to have fairness and equality like the rest of us, just not where it erodes women's rights. But Deborah Lee, you've been listening to this patiently.
But separate but equal.
Emma,
separate but equal.
We're four people on the panel.
All right, that was fantastic. So, Emma, great job on that. Okay, so here's the facts. Sexual assault by transgender people in bathrooms doesn't happen. Okay, hasn't happened. According to an analysis of data from public record requests of criminal incident reports related to assault, sex crimes, and voyeurism in public restrooms, locker rooms, and dressing rooms, found that instances of privacy or safety violations are exceedingly rare. Furthermore, it found that fears of increased safety and privacy violations as a result of non-discrimination laws are not empirically grounded. What does that mean? Simply put, the argument that transgender people pose a threat to cisgender people in bathrooms is wrong. It's just bullshit. That's it. That's it. It's just an argument that has absolutely no evidence behind it. Now, what we do have evidence of is these bans actually harming transgender people. Oh, right. Well, what do I mean? Well, in a landmark survey from the National Center for Transgender Equality, released back in 2016, 27,715 people were surveyed, and the results found that approximately 12% of transgender people were verbally harassed in public restrooms within the previous year, 1% were physically attacked, and 1% were sexually assaulted. That's 2016. It's been a while since then, and the attacks against transgender people have only ramped up since then. So you can only imagine those numbers are worse now. Okay. So is it about safety? Because actually these bans, bathroom bans, make trans people less safe. Okay. And they also have an impact on cisgender women as well. So if you're not feminine enough, you are going to get questioned now. There are going to be people in bathrooms being like, or outside of bathrooms being like, oh, you don't quite look like a woman. Let me see your genitals. Let me just see them. I just got to make sure you don't have a penis. Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's the possibility that's happening. And that's what this right-wing panic is leading to. But again, it's not about safety, right? This is about not allowing transgender people to exist in society. Look, going to the bathroom is one of the most basic bodily functions a person can do. Okay? If you cannot use a public restroom, well, you can't really exist in the public. It makes it so much more difficult. In fact, McBride, now that she's been banned from the women's bathroom, oh, well, there's a unisex bathroom, right? Okay. It's not as accessible. And, of course, she has her own personal bathroom in her office. Now, of course, the congressional complex is many different buildings. And so to get to those alternative facilities, it's going to take more time. It's going to take more effort. Imagine if she was disabled, right? And so this gets into the whole disability rights. If you're disabled and trans, which definitely happens, banning people from the bathroom, trans people from the bathroom that they identify with, only makes it even more difficult. It limits access. And that's the whole point. The whole goal of the movement is to get transgender people out of society. All right. So that's the reality here. And so when when people say, well, it's the bathroom. That's all it is. No, that's not all that it's about. It is about getting trans people out of society. That's the whole goal, the whole target. All right. Now that said, I want to make fun of Piers Morgan because he's such an idiot. All right. I mean, he's oh man, I am so afraid. Emma Vigeland lurking in my bathroom. Oh my God. Really? You're afraid of, somebody using the bathroom in the presence of another person who might be of the opposite sex? Or just another person? That must be awkward. I mean, in public restrooms. And I'm saying that as somebody who, I'm going to be honest, I got a bit of a shy bladder myself, right? So I suppose I could kind of understand that a little bit. But at the same time, I'm not going to freak out. There's a transgender person in the bathroom, okay? And I love that Emma points out that in reality, this argument involves the sexualization of transgender people, because that's what the right wing ultimately does do. They sexualize transgender people and everything that they do, when really, like, the only reason that they're in the bathroom is to use the bathroom. That's it. Why are you sexualizing that? That's a bit weird. Okay? Who does that? You're just in there to use the bathroom. Besides, women's bathrooms generally have stalls that you can lock for privacy. But once again, the argument here is not about safety. It is about keeping trans people out of not just women's spaces, but pretty much all spaces. Okay? That's why it frustrated a lot of transgender people when Sarah put out a statement. I'm not here to fight about bathrooms. I'm here to fight for all Delawareans and to bring down costs facing families like all members of Congress. I will follow the rules as outlined by Speaker Johnson, even if I disagree with them. This effort to distract from the real issues facing this country hasn't distracted me over the last several days, as I've remained hard at work preparing to represent the greatest state in the Union come January. Serving in the 119th Congress will be the honor of a lifetime, and I continue to look forward to getting to know my future colleagues on both sides of the aisle. Each of us were sent here because voters saw something in us that they value. I've loved getting to see those qualities in the future, colleagues that I've met, and I look forward to seeing those qualities in every member come January. I hope all my colleagues will seek to do the same with me. So here's the thing. Republicans have shown that they don't really care about protecting women. I mean, look at the list of Trump's nominees that have been accused of sexual assault. A lot of them. Pete Hegseth, for example, right? Or for covering up sexual assault when it comes to Linda McMahon. So it's kind of ironic that they're out here saying, we're just protecting women and girls, right? No, you're not. This is a non-issue that they continue to shove in people's faces because what they don't want to solve real issues. Okay, they want to distract us with fake issues that have, unfortunately, very real effects on a very vulnerable minority group. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.